Hi, successful people. I want to welcome us to another edition of my hustle story on the Tolu Craig Show. And today with us, we have, her name is Favour Adeniyi. She's the CEO of Sweet HANDZ. All right. She's still going to introduce herself personally. At one time, I was able to hit a particular, not just once, I think twice or thrice now, I've been able to hit cakes from Sweet HANDZ. And then I will tell you, every 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 time I was privileged to hit a cake, I always want to ask for more. Really, I'm a kind of person that I'm not a cake person. I don't like to eat too much of cake, but I'm telling you, there's something unique about a cake. All right.
Thank you for this free marketing. Thank you.
All right. If this is your first time on this channel, feel free, don't forget, click on the subscribe button and the bell icon beside it so that you'll be notified when next a new video is uploaded. So I want to believe that this edition or today's edition of my hustle story is going to be of great advantage to somebody out there. You're just starting out in business, or you're already in business, or perhaps you are in the catering line also. I'm sure you're going to have one or two things to learn from our guest today. Her name again is Favour Adeniyi. So we move in straight and let's meet her. Let's hear her hustle story. And I hope you learn a lot from her. All right. Yeah. So, Madam Favour, at last. At last. All right. Okay,
Yeah.
so can we meet you? I want you to introduce yourself.
Yeah, so I am, better still, my name is Favour Adeniyi, like you rightly said, and I'm the creative director of Sweet HANDZ. Yeah, Sweet HANDZ is into cakes, pastries, small chops, desserts, training, and anything yummy treats, anything at all that you classify under yummy treats. Yeah, into it. Yeah.
Okay, I like that one, yummy treat. All right, that's Sweet HANDZ in summary. Now, I want you to tell us about your hustle. Apart from the formal introduction, we want you to really dive down. You get what I mean?
Okay.
So tell us about Sweet HANDZ as per your own personal hustle. And then probably if you had some other ones in the past, before Sweet HANDZ came to being, probably you can just share them with us before you finally settle down with Sweet HANDZ.
Oh well, for me, I Sweet HANDZ is my first business, if I'll put it that way. And growing up in school and the rest, I never thought or saw myself as a business person. In fact, when people come to, university, school hostel, people bring in stuff, some people are selling jewelry, some people are selling different. I just used to look at them like, how are these people doing it? I I never thought of, I don't know, I just didn't think I could do it I never thought I could do it. So business was never a thing I thought or saw myself going into, to be honest. I never, yeah. But so Sweet HANDZ is my first, and to the glory of God, it's been good. Yeah, with the few challenges, but overall it's been good. Okay, so how, yeah, when was that? I think 2015 thereabouts. Yeah, I was working at the time, but I wanted to do my masters. Then, of course, I was away from home. I felt like moving back to join the family too. So, but most importantly, it was about my masters at the time. So I put in into UI, I think the year before. but I was busy with work. I didn't even know how everything went till I missed the attestation. So this Unilag zone, I put into it and I was ready to give it everything. Like, no, this time I must let me just do this once and for all. So I put in, and then by December of that year, I was sure, like, oh, we had school, the admission list to be out by January, school will resume, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, so I already tendered my resignation that December when we're going on, yeah, the holiday, the Christmas break and the rest. So I moved back to Lagos Alta, actually joined my family. So, Christmas went by. Yeah, everything was good. The old jollifications, everything. By January, everybody returned back to their lives. My sister, the one that was going back to university, went back. The one that was working resumed work. My parents, yeah, had their work. So it was kind of okay. What's going on? Yeah, admission, yeah. Like, Unilag was not saying anything. I didn't know. So it was just, yeah. Then before that time, actually, when I was discussing relocating with one of my friends, when I discussed it with him, yeah, I mentioned so we were just talking about different things like this. And I would say anything, catering, teaching, cooking, baking, anything has always been something I enjoy doing. Like I enjoy it. So we're just like, okay, I would even like to attend a catering school or something like that. So I told my friend earlier, that was in December, even before I moved back. So I told, and I even said he should, if he knows of any, like, would help me scout or recommend some. So by the time I moved back and January, when the whole boredom was beginning to set in, kind of, yeah, it was time to explore that. So he found one, made our inquiries. It's by I'm trying to remember. It's by Fountain of Life Church. I'm trying to remember the name. Yeah.
That's our Ilupejo axis.
You said what?
That's Ilupejo axis in Lagos State.
Yes, exactly.
Then free marketing for the person.
They've changed the name now. I'm trying to remember, but yeah. So, but that then that was a full catering school.
Okay, is it just food?
Yeah, food, baking, cakes, pastries, everything. Like everything. How do I put it down? It was a full catering school to good. But yeah, I went through the food aspects, went through the cake, the pastries, and the rest. But man, I always came alive during baking classes. Like, no matter how that, you can imagine me coming all the way from Ota to
high distance.
By the time I get to, as in, sometimes I'll look at myself like, what's wrong with you? Do you want to die young? Like, yeah. So sometimes when I get to class, I'm already tired, and you would have left since morning, the old traffic. So most times I'll just be looking. But no matter how tired I am, once it comes to our baking time, I was always up. I enjoyed every aspect of it, and yeah, I should note the way our class went. Once you're taught something today, by the next class, you must turn in your assignments. Like, you must turn in what you practice. So I had to, and sometimes I defaulted in other aspects, the food and the rest. Maybe I want to be able to meet up and rest. But for baking, I met up no matter how tired I am, once I get to, I practice and I'll turn it in the following day. So I even I think one of my instructors even noticed and even mentioned to me that you don't even bother if you are still trying to decide what exactly you fit in your space. Like she like she didn't even believe the energy. Like it was more like everybody saw me differently once it was time for
Okay.
reading. Yeah. So that was how it went on. We went through the whole thing. It was for 3 months. It was for 3 months. Then after the 3 months, we got attached back. Depending on what area you want or you desire, we got attached to a an established business that is already in that line. So I got to intern at a cake outfit for about I think 3 months, 3 weeks rather. I think 3 weeks, yeah. And by the time I was okay, I mentioned earlier that we had to turn in assignments the following day. So because I had to practice and like I had to practice continuously, and of course you can't eat it all. So when you practice this, you give people, you understand, you give people to say, okay, what do you think about this? Family and friends, of course, family, friends, neighbors, and the rest. What do you think about this? They tell you. So in a way, a few people already knew, like, okay, she makes cake, okay, she's learning this, she's learning that. So by the time okay, I'm trying to remember how exactly I started now. But I know it was just something that's like, when you are peeling onion, for me, that's how it's like. It just kept on unfolding and unfolding. I started, you do for your neighbor today, you do for this person tomorrow, someone tastes it, oh, it's nice, this person. And of course, we were living in an estate, so there was kind of you
Network.
had people around, yeah. So yes, and by the time this person tastes, this person talks to this person,
Just like I tasted it also, and then
well, and you're sharing testimony. Yeah, so that was how we continued. Yeah, and yeah, it's been a great journey. Yeah,
okay.
I would have to say.
Can you tell us how? So, right from the time you started learning till now, that has been like how many years? How long has it been?
4 years.
4 years. Okay. And
Yeah.
then, so how has it been generally in business? I'm telling you, that's 4 years, almost 5 years in business. So, how has it been generally? What will you say about um, your experience generally, how it has been?
I would say mm, it's been great. It's been good. Of course, there's been challenges. Yeah, like every every other venture, every other business. But generally, I think because, like I used to say, I think because I enjoy what I do, I totally love what I do. So everything at all that has happened in the negative, or every not so good thing that we
Okay.
say has happened, been really, yeah, it's just been like a challenge, and of course overcame. So generally I would say it's been good. It's been good. We've learned, we've made mistakes. We've made mistakes, yeah. We've done well. We've gotten hugs and kisses from clients, and of course, a few times too.
I think
We've had to apologize.
I think you're one of the few, because I do business also. So probably you're one of the few persons that all your clients are so nice. You have very cool clients, no complaints, nothing. So it has been so rosy.
You said what?
I say you're one of the few persons that have 100% very good and nice clients. No complaint, no. You get what I mean?
Oh, I mentioned not so good time. Yeah, I mean, no, there's nothing like that. There's been times like that that you feel like, okay, what's going on? What's happening? What exactly am I doing with my life? But yeah, they're just one of those things.
But the passion,
Overall, and this is me being honest. Overall, it's been good. It's yeah, it's overall it's been good. But we've
of course, if it's
definitely
not
had our
good,
share over the
if it's not been that good and that profitable, you will remain in the business.
Of course, of course, considering I like money.
Again.
Yeah.
All right. So can you share with us some of the major challenges you faced in business, about 4 years of business, and how you've been able to overcome? Watching, there are some persons with us who are just about starting out. Some are already in business. I'm sure some of them will perhaps be presently experiencing some of the things you've experienced in the past, and then looking for a way out. So I'm sure they'll be able to learn from you. So what are some of the major challenges you faced in business and how you've been able to overcome them?
Okay. The first one I would mention, and I know this is a bit funny. Okay, okay, I don't know if it was. I told you earlier. My personality. I'm a very shy person. People don't understand when I say it, but I know. So it was very difficult for me. I would say the first few months or even 1 year of business, it was more of family and friends that did the marketing for me. I found it really difficult to walk up or just tell someone that okay, I didn't just know how I was supposed to do that or go about that. So for me, that was, and it was something that was really heavy on my heart because I would look at myself, what's your problem? You know this thing, you have what you want to offer. Why can't you just put yourself out there? You get. So that was one of the major things, but of course, and I'm still learning it. I can't even say I've gotten a full hang of it. Yeah, but to an extent, yeah. We are trying to, of course, I had to get over that shyness and so. Then when it comes to um okay, I didn't, because I mentioned earlier to you that I never saw myself in the business line. Like I never thought I could do business. And in a way it was more like passion that brought me, like that started here the whole thing. So as regards pricing, I was terrible. So for me it was just a case of okay, you want to make cake, I'll just calculate, okay, I'll use this, I'll use that, and and for at the end of the did I think at the end of the first 6 months or even more, it was more like I was doing charity. Like I didn't understand the business side of what I was doing. Yeah, so I knew baking, yeah, I made great cakes, but I didn't understand the business part of it. And of course it affected the business because so I knew what I was doing. I had plans. I wanted to do this, I wanted to do that, but I wasn't making what I should make to fund the dream I had.
Yeah.
So, but thankfully, I spoke to a few people here, some advices here and there, took a few courses. Yeah, and I can say we've, in that aspect, still not 100%, but then
Now you know how to
I'm no
strike the
longer
price.
I'm no longer a learner. But I was really a learner then, yeah, and it affected the whole, yeah, now. So another thing I would mention was it. of a challenge. I'm trying to put this together. Okay. So after a few months, one of my we live close to the Covenant University community. Covenant University, Bells University. We have about 3 universities around us here. So one of my neighbors, of course, oh, you make great cakes, you do this, you do that. Have you considered to go there? So
I'm sorry. Hello?
I didn't know.
Hello? Hello? Hi, can you hear me?
Hello?
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, sorry, a break there. You said you stay close to 3 universities, and then one of your neighbors asked that, oh,
Yeah.
you make great cakes.
Yeah, have you considered breaking into the school market? So yeah, I thought about that, but like, okay, I think it kind of links up to the first point I mentioned I'm a shy person, so I don't know how to. In fact, I started having baker friends probably just 2 years ago, so I didn't know how to.
Network.
You know, this having what you can call mentors or people that can guide you through and hold your hand as you're venturing into something like it was a totally new world, new experience. So I didn't have that opportunity at all. So getting in, oh yeah, we made some mistakes, we did this, we did that, but thankfully and God's mercy prevailed, and now I can mention that Sweet HANDZ is one of the best around here. Yeah.
Okay, so 2 challenges there. The other one you talked about, I'm here to know how you were able to overcome.
Which?
All right, you mentioned about your being into yourself, being shy and the likes in business, which is not very good as a business person. Of course, if you are shy in business,
sorry, can you come again? Can you come again? I think.
Okay, you mentioned about being shy, and then as a business person, you cannot be shy and be confident.
You cannot. Yeah.
So how were you able to overcome that shyness in quotes? How were you able to overcome it, and then you are now much more confident?
I think you should rephrase that as, how are you trying to?
Oh, so it's not totally over.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, so now let me start again. How are you trying to overcome your being shy?
Okay, like I said earlier, I took a few courses. Yeah, I took a few courses. Then I think family, like they always say, family is important. Family is everything. Family. So family and friends, it was not like, and it's not like I'm not confident in myself. I think it's just a case of, I know it, and I'm just yeah, I just know I know it. I'm just okay like this, but to explore, I won't. But along the line, with family telling you, you can. In fact, let me even tell you how this thing happened. So we would go to church, or maybe an outing or something, and maybe we meet someone. You just hear my mom go, "Hey, have you met my daughter? She makes cake," and then she'll be looking at me like,
continue the
conversation from there. You understand? Okay. It felt awkward the first few times to me, because I think the first time I just stood there and I was looking at her like, why are you doing this, woman? Like, why? But along because I knew, she and of course my friends, some of my cousins and just would always put me on the spot. Gradually, it started. I started. Should I say cultivating it in my conscience? Okay, yeah. Prepare, just like it was more like I was. Please give me a minute. Okay, so let me just take that again. Yeah, we're talking about how I overcame
how you are overcoming, how you're trying to
overcoming. Yeah. Okay, how I'm trying to. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so of course, I took a few courses that helped to, yeah, boost up your confidence and even help you know how to address an audience, or address your audience, address your market and your performance and the rest, and that helped a great deal. I still take a few up till now. I still do. And of course, family, friends, neighbors, and the rest. I think they saw more than what I saw at the beginning. So they did, yeah, they did more of the preaching, they did more of the marketing for me. And like I was saying earlier, we'll go for functions, we'll go for maybe in church or something at the parking lot. And my mom would just introduce me to someone. This is my daughter, have you met her?
She makes cake.
Or sometimes, yeah, or sometimes she would even have it, we would have it maybe they said that, and before you know it, she's handing it over to the person and looking at me to finish off with something. And it felt awkward the first few times, but after some time, because I knew that they would always put me on the spot.
I think personally I noticed that the first time I ate your cake, it was at the wedding. All right. And then when you were
at the wedding, okay,
when you were called to come and talk to us about the cake,
did I show up?
I did not see you.
Never. Never.
So who made that cake? I was told, and then is she to talk now?
In fact, that should be 2018, right? Or
2018 or 2017.
Like, no, I couldn't. How would I have done that? No, I couldn't stay in front of people to say what exactly. No.
Okay.
The only thing I knew then was I'm baking. I can bake. Yeah, that was the only thing I knew to do then. Yeah, so
okay.
Personally,
I can relate with what you just said. I used to be.
Sorry to cut you, and like okay. One something my friend used to say. This era we are in business, especially in the social media world, and there's the person that knows how to shout the most. Yeah. That so shyness and communicate is not, it's that's just the honest. Yeah, we have our perspective and the rest, but when it comes to business, one needs to put it aside. Yeah. One needs to put it aside, and you know what it is that has to be done. So you just have to consciously put it aside. Like my friend would say, carry your business on your head, or shout it. Yeah. And she'll joke, and she'll jokingly tease me that if only you could shout, if only you know how to make noise, people don't blow past this one. And somehow I know it's true, but then we thank God.
Wow.
Thank God.
Wow. Yeah. All right. I was saying before that I could really relate to what you said about being shy. What if I tell you that I grew up to be a very shy person? I grew up to be a
I
loner.
wouldn't believe that.
Yeah, I grew up to be a loner. But I think before I gained admission into university, all right, after my secondary school, then I pushed myself out because I knew that, okay, Tolu, you've got something inside of you. Playing shy like this cannot make you get to where you're supposed to get to. All right. And then I fed myself with a lot of things. Guess what? Remember when we were growing, all those motivational words. All right, you can do it. Go out there, leave your comfort zone. You know those things.
Yeah.
I can remember there was
Give it your best.
give it your
Put
best.
your best foot forward.
Go out there.
Yeah.
So look beyond your limitation. You know, what's that? That word of leaving the box. All right, leave the box. There was another time that I heard that don't just leave the box where you are being caged. Break the box so that you can go out.
Break
So
it. Yeah. Yeah. If you can't get out, break it.
if you can't get out, break it. You know. So I told myself that if I'm going to make sales in my business, in which you know that cash flow is more like the blood. What blood is to a body, to a living being, is what cash flow is to every business. All right. And then without sales, there's no cash flow. Without communication, there's no sales. All right.
Yeah.
So it means that cash flow begins with communication. And if I am shy, there's no communication, which means there's no sales, and which means there's no cash flow. All right.
Yeah.
So I have to tell myself,
your dream and nothing to the dream.
Please put this Mr. Shy away and face the bull.
Yeah.
Hold the bull by the horn. So start giving it all. You know, I started giving it all, even when you are shy, even when you are faced with someone that you're like, oh, how can I talk or how can I face this person? Till it goes to a stage that, you know, you be in a boardroom and then you have about 4 or 5 persons sitting in front of you. So at this point, I now understood the great help our lecturers were trying to give to us when they told us then in school to come and do presentation, you know, project defense and the likes, where you sit in front of people to present. So it has been a journey personally, and I'm sure that a lot will also be listening to us that perhaps are very shy in their business, and they're really looking for ways on how to overcome their being shy. Okay, all right. So thank you for sharing that with us.
Sorry, let me emphasize what I mentioned about understanding the business part of any venture one is into.
Okay.
It's very important. It's very important. And okay, now because I'm privileged to have a few persons I train now, you know, after they are done, like I've recently consciously had to put into the should I say course outline a small fraction of the business of baking. You know, normally what they're supposed to come in for is just to learn baking and cook. But if it's right, except for someone that's been in the line of business before or knows about it, not for the truth of the matter is for any venture or anything at all, understanding that business part is very important. So you understand your bookkeeping, you understand, you can even make business projections and the rest. You know, I spoke with a few persons, and for them, business is just okay. My cost price is maybe 7 naira. Let me just add maybe 2 naira, and so, and funny enough, that is how some people think it goes. but you really, I don't know how to. Maybe because I suffered it, it's a big burden in my heart. Like the first thing I tell anybody, any upcoming like me, because I'm still upcoming.
Oh yes.
Yeah, the that's one of the first thing I tell you. See, it's good to know if you're learning tailoring, fashion, if you're learning photography, it's good to know the craft. It's good to have this, but you should have a solid business training. You should, like, it's really, 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 really important. It's really important. Yeah. If one needs to take courses, pay. Yeah, there are even some free ones you find online, free courses you find online, and there's some that you need to pay for. But it's almost, that's the truth. Understanding that business part, understanding your records, understanding it's almost as important as the skill you have.
The skill itself.
You'll be able to move your business forward. Yeah, if one will be able to move the business forward, it's a must. It's very important. It's really key.
Okay. You are, yes, you're a graduate, right? And you are.
Sorry, I didn't get that.
I said you are a graduate that
Yes, I am.
that is also into a business that other persons perhaps who does not have a university degree are also into. It means to say that there should be something unique about yours. All right. So can you share with us what is unique about Sweet HANDZ? And then what are your long-term goals for Sweet HANDZ? So now what should we expect next? Sweet HANDZ will be 5, let's say next year or towards the end of this year. Okay. So what should we expect by the time Sweet HANDZ is 5? What should we expect to see by the time Sweet HANDZ is 10? All right. And then let me see what should we expect by the time Sweet HANDZ is 20. So what are your long-term goals? Okay, yeah, if Jesus tarries. So what are your long-term goals for Sweet HANDZ?
Okay, so which will I answer first? You asked the question before. What was the first question?
What's unique about Sweet HANDZ?
Okay. What am I supposed to think about this? No. What is unique about it? That's to say, okay, one of my can I say attributes? I'm sort of a perfectionist and a people pleaser. Why they are not so good human qualities, it kind of helps my business. Yeah. So we can make even my friends or a few people that have had to work with me, when we make anything at all, once is not my cake, it's not my cake. No, I would rather apologize to a client for running late than deliver something below our standard. When it comes to being a melt in the mouth, yummy red velvet, I deliver that to the last. Without compromising. Whatever goes on in between, I just have to, and I've tasted this before. I know this before.
I'm sorry.
Well, one thing I can tell you, can you hear me?
Okay, please, I will want you to repeat that again. The line was really breaking there. You said you don't compromise the quality of what you deliver.
Know that. Yeah, we don't ever. I don't ever compromise the quality of our finished product, of our cakes. Like I told you, we are not just into cakes, we are into pastries, small desserts, and the rest. We don't compromise the quality for anything at all. And like I said, I would rather, like in the worst case scenario, I would rather apologize to a client for either um, running late, not meeting up, than deliver something below our standard. So when you're ordering our red velvet, I promised you that you're getting, okay, let's say you're ordering an 8 inches cake, a chocolate red velvet cake. You can be sure, like I don't want it to look like I'm bragging or something, but you can be 90% sure that you're getting a yummy, moist, melt in the mouth. Yeah, chocolate and red velvet cake. Absolutely nothing below that. Like you will get nothing below that. I can only overdo. Yeah, I don't. I won't. Yeah. So that's one of good. And you know, when I think about 2 months ago or so, we were working, and you know, we were all tired. We were tired. We've been baking. I think that was a busy period for us. We've been baking and the rest. And then I have trainees, I have interns, and people that work with me. So I think someone made a mistake in the measurement. By the time of course, cupcakes come out first from the oven before the main cake, that takes a shorter time to bake. And by the time the cupcakes came out and I felt it, I knew something was wrong. Okay, I think the person didn't use the exact measurement, so I knew something was wrong. And you know, to them they were like, no, it's not so, it's not even showing. Ma, you are just the one thinking, see, this thing is somebody will even, if you did not even tell us, we won't know. And I'm like, no, this is not my cake. This is not what I promised my clients. This is not what and right in their presence, we had to take out the whole batch and we started baking all over it.
Wow. All right. Okay, so and okay, now you've told us about what makes Sweet HANDZ unique. So now tell us about the long-term goal.
Okay, so we look forward to having my dream, like it wake me up from sleep right now. My dream, what's the biggest thing in my heart right now is having our full running scale bakery. And when I mean like on a large scale, where we have our working space, you know, for the cake line will be as big as it can be. I don't want to mention, but I have in my head a certain amount of cakes I would like to be churning out on a daily basis. So they'll pay us. Yeah, so and to match up with that, we definitely need to start working on a larger scale. So by God's grace, even by next year, by God's grace, we should have our own larger space where, of course, we can work on a larger scale. We have our working. I would really love to have a beautiful working space. I don't know, maybe because I love to hang out. So that's one thing I look forward to having, a beautiful working space for children where people can walk in, have a slice of cake with, a drink. Then I also look forward to us having our full scale training center Yeah.
Okay. Okay. All right. So can you share with us what what are the things that kept you going in the business? Now, you've told us about some challenges that you've come across in business, but what are the things back end that have kept you going? So the challenges notwithstanding.
Okay. I don't want to sound well. I without that, I was going to say I don't want to sound too spiritual, but then again, I don't think I will accept the apology. But to be honest, is God. That's I've had. There's been days where, okay, let me mention. Okay, I think this should have even come in when I mentioned some of the challenges we face, because the way our business is, we have to make delivery. Like, we don't read most of our clients 2 years ago, we had to carry the cake to meet. Like, they couldn't walk in to pick up, and the kind of clients we had then. So at some point, okay, I had a small car that was managing run around yeah, to make. And I think yeah, something happened before. I think my main mixer then suddenly okay, my main okay, my smaller mixer, I gave it had a little fault. I gave it to the repair to fix and away with it. My second mixer
Come again. You said
suddenly
you gave the small
yeah,
mixer to someone
it
to
had a
fix.
little fault. I
Yeah.
gave it to someone to fix, and the person ran away with it. Till date, I'm telling you, he ran away with it. My second mixer suddenly packed up,
Oh,
and I don't know if you understand baking. You
business
need
was born.
mixer. Yeah, so can you hear me?
I can hear you well.
Okay. So while I was still on that, like, okay, I now have to get another one now. We got bearing in mind that that was where we are still growing, but then it was it was still a wonderful period for us. And around that time again, the engine of the car knocked. How much did I have? like I don't know if you understand what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Me, myself, the whole CEO, how much did I have?
Executive creative director.
So car engine, how can you knock? How? Where do you want me to start from? I won't lie to you. Then, in fact, my sister used to tease me about that face up till now. She said I was a complete shadow of myself.
Mm.
And I would get back home, I would cry and cry and cry, because of course there was no car, delivery kept on messing up. A brand that you were just trying to build. And so I'll come back home, I'm stressed, I'm tired of life in quotes, like it's something like. But that went on for a few days. It went on for a few days. After some time, I had to talk. I was raised in a faith, or I am still being raised in a Christian home where we are taught to depend on God, to look up to God for absolutely everything. So at that point, I had to fall. I can remember that particular night, that midnight, after I had woken up to cry and cry and cry again. And I got on my knees, and I just, like, I can't even say I prayed. It was more like I had a conversation with God and God, please now. So like, just please, just I don't know, just please, just help me. This is not what this is supposed to be. And that night when I was done, like that's the very first time I can remember consciously committing my business into God's hands. Yeah, before then I pray you commit your business, but that night it was more like I totally surrendered sweet thanks to God that very night, because humanly speaking, strength wise, I was tired, I was drained, I was exhausted. Yeah. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Well.
Yeah. So that night, I totally surrendered, and that's why when you ask me like, has it been? Ever since then, when anything comes up, I don't know. I just have this kind of peace. I don't know. My favorite scripture has always been casting all your cares upon the Lord, because He cares for you all the day. And anytime I'm faced with anything at all, business but that's really been a strong pillar for Sweet Dance. Like everything, as I am like this, there's nothing I cannot disturb God with, in quotes. Like there's absolutely nothing. So if you ask me what has kept Sweet Dance going, to be honest, it's been God. So it's been mainly God. Of course, the place of training. If you check, I'm one person that goes like this, especially this lockdown period. I can't even count how much I've spent on training. I can't count. Like I'll just sit and so let's learn this one too. I do that a whole lot, because one can't just sit down with the knowledge of yesterday. One can't sit down with the knowledge of yesterday. So we keep going, and of course, God has been.
Okay. You do business in Nigeria. Now I want to ask.
Even before you ask.
Okay. Are you one of those guys like me? It's not an easy something. Okay.
It's not an easy something. Let me even say, for someone like me that depends a whole lot on power.
Okay.
We need, so you can imagine, and we all know the state of the light station. We all know. Yeah. So you can imagine, for someone, there are days you have to run from morning to night. It's not good for the equipment. It's not good for me as an human being to be hearing noise from morning to night. It's not good for the equipment. So it's I don't know if we had to start for me, that power is a major, like it's a major challenge. Yeah.
But really talking about the challenges around, especially the social amenities, it's a major, right? I'm also in the kind of business that I need power. I need internet. I mean, I believe you'll be able to feel the strength at which I called internet. No, there is internet and there is internet.
Of course.
And then I've had experiences trying to upload files or documents, and then it will take me hours. Something that shouldn't take more than 1 or 2 minutes to get. But because, and then I will save the name of the brand. using 4G lights.
Please do.
4G
Please
lights.
do.
4G lights, and then but really, do you believe in Nigeria? Do you believe in the future? Are you one of the lovers of Nigeria?
Okay. I in as much as it's not in any way what we are not happy, or let me speak for myself. I'm personally
That's
not.
the truth. That's just the truth.
I'm
Personally, too,
personally
I'm not
not
happy with this present situation.
um I hate to say it, but it's really difficult doing business in Nigeria. It's yeah, I'm not, but then again, I still believe strongly. I still believe strongly in Nigeria. I still do. Yeah, it's not looking like it, but, and the truth of the matter is, it starts with us. Yeah, the government have their part to play, but in
Yeah.
our own little way, yeah, it actually starts with us. It starts with you, it starts with me, it starts with you and me in the okay, from the very point of electing people into power.
Yeah.
It starts with you and me in the aspect of we relating with ourselves like human beings, and not, I don't know. Yeah, like we know. I just, if you're to ask me, I believe in Nigeria, and I believe it's the bulk of the work actually falls on, it still falls back on us. That's just what I would say. It still falls back on us.
Thank you very much for that. Okay. Before we wrap up, I believe I'm so sure that we'll um, been able to hold you down tonight. This is past 10 p.m. Thank you very
Really?
much. Thank you very much for your time. But before
I
we
think
leave, can you tell us what advice you have for a young guy, a young lady out there that is about to start out in business, especially in your own line of business? What advice will you give someone who is about to start a baking business like yours?
thank you very much. I think I mentioned some of that earlier already. Get out of your boots, whatever it is, your personality, what you put it aside. Try, yeah, do all you can for your business. Number two, and I think I mentioned that a few minutes ago too. Learning, 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 learning should never stop. For a creative person,
Mm.
for I for anybody at all, even in any venture, in anything at all, learning should never stop. So I would advise, and if I would, I'm advising myself right now, is let's keep striving to get better. Let's not attempt to jump the process, because I believe there's process to everything in life. It's good to see the big brands and aim to be like them, but the truth of the matter is there's a process to it. So I would advise you, sit down, draw up your plan, don't draw the process, and of course give room for constant learning. It's you can't one can't just sit down with the knowledge of yesterday. That's I tell my trainees that a lot. I tell them I'm on my phone sometimes when we're at our free period. I'm on my phone and they can tell already what I'm doing. If I'm not in an online class, I'm suffering the net, or I'm doing just trying to gain more knowledge, because that's actually what will put you above every other. Because to say the truth, there's almost no business right now that it's before that some sectors, or is it sectors, or some types of business where people will say, that market is saturated. this market is saturated. But the truth of the matter is, almost every Nigerian is a business person right now. So all the sectors are saturated. if we would be honest with ourselves, all the sectors are saturated. So it is the knowledge you keep gaining and you keep implementing that would put you and give you an edge over. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And lastly for tonight, can you tell us one or two things that you wish you had known before starting out in business?
I told you already.
Okay, the business side of your business, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And apart from that, is there something else?
I wish I had more interpersonal. I had developed more interpersonal skills. Yeah, interpersonal communication skills. I really wish I have a lot of that. Like when I see a business, I have a particular training right now. Apart from this baking, she runs another business, and the way she carries it on her. If you like, you can't but notice that. I used to tell her like you like you just can't but notice that she. Yeah, I don't think there's anybody you can't meet her and you won't know what she does. It's not possible. You will before you spend 5 minutes with her, and I think that is how every business person should be. That is you. Like one of my instructors, you have to be all up in deep spaces. You have to be here. So I wish I had developed more interpersonal communication and marketing skills. Working on that now, yeah. Still hoping to get better, but yeah, we are a whole lot better than when I started out. Or I'm a whole lot. I'm used to saying we.
That's the language of a team leader.
Yeah.
All right. So when you're able to say we instead of me or hi,
I find it almost difficult to use I when I'm talking about.
When you're talking about the brand, right?
Yeah, when I'm talking about the brand, yeah. Because if it were only me, I would have fainted by now. Yeah. So that's the truth. So we have people giving more what should I call it? Support, mental support, physical support, and the rest. So nobody is giving financial support.
That's a coded part of every business.
Yeah.
All right.
And you can't blame anybody.
At all, you can't. You can't. Really.
Yeah.
Okay. So thank you very much for your time. We appreciate it. It was such a great time with you. Thank you for sharing with us. Now, personally, I've learned some things from you. I've been able to learn. Now I saw the reason I ate the first cake. I wanted to eat more. I ate it again. I wanted to eat more, I think I had the second cake that you baked. I had to ask, who made this cake? And I was told that I said, oh, I'm not surprised. Then I had to eat again, I placed order, because I wanted to eat it again and again. So I think I've been able to see where that is coming from. That there's a standard that must be kept.
Yeah.
There's a standard that must be kept. So everyone in business,
and it's the sole responsibility of the whatever it is, either whatever of the office title you giving to the office, CEO Oga
Creative
Patapata,
director,
whatever
yeah,
title.
boss of life, you know.
But yeah, but it is so responsibility of that person to determine what standard it is you are getting at and you want to maintain. Yeah.
So there's a standard that must be kept, very important. So
Yeah.
I've been able to learn that I've been able to learn that something that helped you in your business as a creative person is continuous learning.
Continuous learning.
Learning is not a journey that can be exhausted, all right? I
That's the
think
truth.
it's learning is just like that saying that goes that the more you look, the more you discover you don't know enough. Or the more
Yeah.
you learn, the more you discover that you don't know enough. So you want to keep learning and learning and learning and learning and learning, all right? And then thirdly, very importantly, is the essence of communication skills, ability to be able to talk. So you've been able to explain to us how it is very important for an entrepreneur to be able to talk. Open your mouth and talk.
It is very important. Carry
And
your market on your head.
again,
Hawk it shamelessly. Yeah.
and I think in the other way around, you've been able to explain to us how much you need the baptism to be able to talk.
I guess.
All right, so thank you very much for your time once again. We really appreciate.
Thank you. Thank
You
you
have
for having
you have
me.
a word for someone, one or two persons listening to us. Talk to us about your business. Let us know how we can patronize you. Sure, we're going to put your contact in the description section. So if anyone wants to patronize Sweet Hands, you want to hit cake from Sweet Hands, you know, so that they'll be able to contact. So tell us quickly, just quickly, tell us about your business and tell us to start that communication skills. Let's see, try it out now. Let's see.
Sorry, I didn't get that.
I said, try to market your business now. Let's see.
You should have given me an next clue that I was going to do that. Okay. Yeah. So once again,
I'm sorry, can you decide
Favour.
in English? Can you decide to say it in pidgin? You know, just freestyle. Market your business now. Your time starts now.
Now, okay. So once again, I'm Favour Adeniyi, the creative director of Sweet Hands. We are into cakes, and by cakes I mean all forms of celebration cakes, your birthday, weddings, anniversaries, anything at all, even funeral. If you love to cake. Yeah, we cater to all your cake needs, your small chops needs, your desserts, yeah, pastries, and anything at all. Like I said earlier, anything at all that comes that you can term a yummy treat. Yeah, that is all what we are into, and that's what we are here to serve you.
All right. So I was just trying to take shots so that you can have it as archive. Thank you very much for your time once again, Miss Favour.
Thank you very much.
All right.
For having me.
And thank you, our audience, for joining us on this edition of My Hustle Story. So today we've been able to hear from Favour, and then next week you're sure going to have a great time with another booming entrepreneur on this session. Don't forget, if it is your first time on this channel, don't forget to click on the subscribe button and hit on the like button. Oh, you see, she's telling us.
Yeah.
All right.
I did that before, so click. Yeah.
Click. All right. All right. So thank you very much. We appreciate. Regards. See you.
Yeah. Bye.